Hey guys, I'm PEMBY'S. I thought I'd do a follow-up to my recent BANDICAM recording tutorial. This deals with what you do with the files, because I do agree if you use the RGB24 lossless codec, your file sizes are pretty damn big. Like this one, Sudden Impact, which is a level from Crysis 2, and you can see it's 64.2 gigabytes a second, and look at the properties of it. Details, 436,000 kilobytes a second, you know. So I think you can understand that if you've not got a massive hard drive, you know, that is going to take up a big chunk of it. So what you do is you right click, and this is basically if you want to edit the footage. Right click, open with Vegas Pro. If you're a Sony Vegas user, this is for you. Alright, so let's give time for it to open, because it's the first time today. I've only just turned the PC on, so it might take a few minutes, you know. I will mention the fact that I'm doing these tutorials while my PS3 is actually broke. Excuse me, my speech is really affected when I do these tutorials. I don't know if it's nerves or what, but anyway, before I go into this, I just wanted to mention I'm going to leave links in the description of an excellent PS3 repair service by a guy called Steve Nixon. I'm going to leave the link to his channel, and if you've got any kind of problems with your PS3, he's a British, I think he's Irish, he's very clued up. He's got his own website, and if you want, you know, to order the new parts and do the jobs yourself because of his helpful tutorials, then, you know, go ahead, because he's very good. And I'm about to order a new laser lens for my PS3 off him. Okay, now when you're in Vegas Pro 12, it gives you the option to, you know, you want to match your project settings. Yeah? I just click yes. But what you do find is, when you click on this, you click on the track first, go to Properties, Disable Resample. Okay. Now, with this track, if it needed trimming, say with this one I know it needed trimming at the beginning, I'll get it to trim. I trim it, then I'd fade it in, or use some other kind of transition. Put my intro video at the beginning there, and my outro video obviously on the end there, you know, get them all to blend into one another so it looks professional, or as my version of professional anyway. But if you click this button here, go to Properties, it says Custom 1280 by 720 60,000 frames a second. Now that is, sorry, well, it's 60 frames. Why it says 60,000 I don't know. It's 60 frames a second, okay? It's 60.000, so really it's what it's saying basically is 60 frames. Okay, that was your width, and there's your height. Okay, I have that selected, that 1.000 is like a default anyway, but this thing here, you get this with Sony Vegas. Now I don't even know what it's for, but I always turn it off, because otherwise, you know, because if you have it on, it shows you different colour schemes, and it's strange. But you want the natural, you know, the way it used to, the way the original video looks basically. Obviously you go with best, Gaussian, interpolate the fields, that's important as well. Don't have any of these checks, click OK. If you want to start all your projects, just press apply, then OK. Alright, so that's the setting. So basically it's an AVI file that's coming to Sony Vegas, but this tutorial is not about editing or anything like that. It's how I can get this 64 gigabyte file to look the same, even though the file size is a hell of a lot smaller when it's finished. So what you do, come on, sometime today you slow the video. You just have to excuse my PC being a... Oh, it's actually it's going to take time because it's still loaded in the bloody audio track. But anyway, it's come on. Thank Christ for that anyway. Right, you notice all these I'm using the Windows Media Video setting, because basically if you try, in my experience, I've tried using the main concept MP4, which is what a lot of people and myself swear by. But for these type of files, for some reason, they don't seem to communicate well with one another, and the MP4 comes out all choppy and blocky and pixelated. You know, it starts out great, you think, oh, that looks superb, and then it starts to let you down, you know. Plus you can't preview the file before it's finished, but you can with a Windows Media Video. Now I've created my own my own profile, right? Now if I go to customize template, this is what I've got. All right, the files, audio's 48,000 kilohertz, 24-bit stereo, WMA lossless. Okay, now the audio, you can have 41,000, you know. The video is 29.970 frames per second, so you don't really see any, you know, any difference between that and 60. 6.3 megabytes a second. This, you can either have CBR or quality VBR. Obviously, the quality VBR is, you know, basically what you want. Windows Media Audio 9.2 lossless, yeah. You know, you can have the 10 professional. I just stick with that one. Just experiment, see which one sounds the best to you. You know, that's all I can say. Yeah. Now you can have 5.1 channel, all this bollocks, but I mean, to me that is round about right. That's your audio section anyway. Go to video. These are all what I've set for my particular WMV setting. You know, quality VBR, Windows Media Video 9, advanced profile, high definition 720 by 1280. Of course, the quality is up to 100%. Now this I could change to that, but it'll take longer, and you won't really notice any different. Bitrate. Now, bitrate, when you create your own template, it doesn't seem to change. But your project, your final one, you go to your best rendering quality, and just keep everything else the same. Click OK, and you know, if you want to make your own customized template, that's how you do it. But go with them settings, and when you go to render this file, you'll find it's probably about 2.5 gigabyte, three at the most, you know, which is a massive drop from 64. And you will not notice any quality difference whatsoever. So I hope this is, I mean, this is basically in response to Fight Night's Finest, who asked the question about the file size being massive, and this is how you can make it smaller and not lose any quality. Just follow these instructions and you can't go wrong. I'm PEMBY'S66, and one of these days people will take notice of these tutorials I'm doing and start subscribing to me, because I feel like I'm talking to my fucking self. Anyway, sorry about the swearing, but I do get a bit pissed off on that score, because I'm a very helpful chap, you know, no bullshit. I just, you know, want to help gamers out there, you know, improve their experience in rendering and in editing, and just basically enjoying the games, yeah, and enjoying the results of their, you know, the best round they've just had on whatever game, you know, get it looking as good as you can get. Anyway, I'm PEMBY66, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. As always, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. This is PEMBY66 signing off.